in 1986 in Japan only. We have the Sharp Twin Famicom. And this is an official licensed Nintendo product. Made by a different company other than Nintendo. See that Sharp? That's pretty wild. Now, I've always wanted one of these puppies and I finally broke down and bought one. And I'm fairly happy. Though I could be happier if this disk system would work properly. But that's nobody's fault but age. So we have some rather unique features that make the Sharp Twin Famicom special. Not only does it play your standard Famicom games, you can switch it to disk mode, and right here's your disk drive. We can pull out a little Doki Doki Panic, otherwise known as Super Mario Bros. 2 in North America. See, the discs are kind of funky. Come in these little cases, and they're like little floppy disks. Pop it on side A, insert it, and you're good to go. Unless you have a broken drive belt, which I do not have. Thank God that thing works. Or some other problem, which I do have. I suspect that I need to clean the head on the disk drive. And I don't know how. They did make a disk cleaning cart, or card, or whatever you want to call these things. But they're very rare. Pretty hard to get a hold of. So, I don't know. That's where I stand with it. But otherwise, I'm still happy. It's a pretty cool machine. Let's take a look at some of the finer details on this machine here. We have a power button, reset button, there's your eject button. This is to switch between disk and cart. One locks out the other. Right now it's in disk mode, and it physically locks out the cart port. When you switch it over, it opens it up. We have two hardwired controllers, same as the Famicom, except a little bit stylistically different. A big number 1 on the first controller, start and select, just like the Famicom, A/B button, and a D-pad. And just like the original Famicom, there's a microphone port on controller number 2. There's your slider for the volume, A and B, no select start, and a D-pad, and a very nice stylized number 2 to let you know you're playing controller number 2. And as we look on the side of this thing, like the original Famicom, we have an extra controller port for 3-player games. And we have something unique here. We slide this door over and expose another connector. You could buy a special plug to plug from this thing to another original Famicom to use the disk system through a different Famicom. And I have no idea why you'd want to do that, but you can do it. On the back, we have something rather cool. For 1986, we have RCA style jacks for AV. So we didn't even have to fiddle with an RF connector. If you did want to fiddle with an RF connector, you have to buy a special plug there. I think it may have came with the unit originally, but I don't have one. So we're going total RCA style, baby. Yeah. Let's take a look under the hood, shall we? I went ahead and already removed the screws for this thing. Take a look at what we got on the inside. And although it may look like a lot, it's just basically a Famicom and a Famicom Disk System side by side. That's basically all there is to the hardware. But the nice thing is, it's in one compact unit. You don't have to fiddle around with a RAM expansion dealie to plug in the top of your Famicom, or screw around with batteries or another plug for your Famicom Disk System. It's all contained in one unit, and that's nice. But this thing is a real pain in the ass, this system. They're notorious for failing, and parts are somewhat hard to get. You can still get belts for it, but usually you have to order them from some person in Japan and wait till they arrive. Thankfully, the belt on my system is still good, like I said, but I have some other type of problem. Probably has to do with the magnetic head in there that reads the actual disc. Occasionally a game will work, occasionally it won't. It'll give me some funky error, blah 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 blah. And that's about it. Let me put the top back on this thing. I must tell you, even though the disk system doesn't work that well, that was kind of expected, and I am happy with the unit. You could expect to pay somewhere around $100 for one of these things, plus shipping. And it's $100 well spent if you want to play Doki Doki Panic. Or the real Super Mario Bros. 2. Fun, fun, fun. I'm Dommy from Classic Games Revisited. Until next time.